This is the Commodity Scrap Metal Recycling and Economic Report brought to you by Ben Lee Roll-Off Trailers and Gondola Trailers Open-Top Scrap Trailers, November 21st, 2022. U.S. weekly raw steel production rose slightly to 1.645 million tons as demand continues to slow. WTI crude oil price fell to $80.08 per barrel on a weakening demand outlook. The U.S. weekly oil rig count rose to 623 as the slow trend up continues. U.S. weekly crude oil production was steady at 12.1 million barrels per day, staying in a tight band for 6 months. Increased drilling that we just reviewed will bring more production eventually. Scrap steel number one HMS price was steady at $275 a gross ton as demand remains at a lower level. Hot rolled coil steel price fell to $32.50 a hundredweight, which is $6.50 a ton. This was on weaker demand and lower scrap metal prices. Copper price fell to $3.64 a pound, off the recent 5-month high. This was on demand concerns in China, but prices remain fairly high. Aluminum price fell to $1.10 a pound, which is $22.41 a metric ton on global demand concerns. U.S. October housing starts fell to 1.425 million units annualized, 8.8% below last October. Starts were down, but while they are at the level of the 1960s, they're still fairly high. U.S. October industrial production increased 3.3% from last October. This was the smallest increase since last January, but it's still higher than after the huge tax cut of 2018. U.S. October retail sales, which are a major economic driver, they rose 8.3% from last October. This was despite high inflation and higher borrowing costs as consumers increased personal debt to fund purchases. U.S. Producer Wholesale Price Index. This is not the Consumer Price Index. Note that this is an interesting chart going back to the 1950s. The increase eased to 8%, the lowest since July, but it's still too high. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 2 points to 33,746. This was as the Federal Reserve governors commented that higher interest rates were coming, which are needed to further slow the economy to slow inflation. 2 container trailers, roll-off trailers, are back in stock at Ben Lee. These are great for long hauls to increase productivity. Call us at 734-722-8100 for a quote. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions. We hope all have a safe and profitable week, and of course, a great Thanksgiving.